Charlie and Nick are at the same school, but they've never met, until one day when they're forced to sit next to each other. They quickly become friends, and soon Charlie is falling hard for Nick, even though he doesn't think he has a chance. But love works in surprising ways, and Nick is more interested in Charlie than either of them realised. Good day, readers and listeners, and welcome to this another episode of Tom's Rapid Reviews, where each week we give a few minutes just to read out a review by one of our Surrey Library staff of a book or audiobook, and I give a bit of background and context surrounding it and the author. And it's all done in the hope that you might try reading or listening to something new this week. This week's episode is in early recognition of International Youth Day, which is on Friday, the 12th of August. In approaching this episode, I asked myself, what can I do to celebrate International Youth Day? I asked a passing young person what they were into, and they told me that the kids these days are all timekeeping enthusiasts who call themselves TikTokers. Having no way to make a rapid review out of that, I googled my question instead and discovered that right now there's a hit show called Heartstopper, popular amongst the young people. And better yet, it's an adaptation of a graphic novel. The Heartstopper series is by Alice Oseman and began life as a webcomic, a story or gag strip in comic format that is created and published online. It proved something of a sensation and was popular enough to warrant republishing into the traditional physical format, even though the stories are available online. In turn, these stories were turned into the Netflix hit show that we know, with 4 volumes so far of stories and at least another 2 seasons of streaming television on the way. Let's turn now to my review of Volume 1. There is a lot to like about Heartstopper's first volume. We are introduced to the central characters of Charlie and Nick, as well as some of their supporting cast, and we watch as their romance slowly begins to blossom. Heartstopper tells its story in an undeniably engaging way, being cute and delicate without ever feeling twee or heavy-handed. The artwork is relatively simple, but effective and emotive. There is never any doubt about what the characters are feeling. It reminds me of the artwork found in Annie Lennox's Emmytown biographical comics, with its similar use of white space and spare backgrounds. The culmination of Volume 1's story is well judged and extremely hard to put down. I devoured the last few pages in under a minute, I think, whereas I usually like to take my time to observe the art. Such was the grip it had on me. All in all, I'd like to give Heartstopper Volume 1 4.5 out of 5. And if I enjoyed it, I can only assume its target audience was blown away. So there you go. You can borrow Heartstopper Volumes 1 to 4 from your local Surrey library. However, they are extremely popular right now, so you may have a short wait, but I'd say it's worth it. While you do wait though, let me give you some recommendations to tide you over. I mentioned Emmytown earlier, the biographical comics of Annie Lennox. There are 2 published volumes from 2010 and 2012. Emmytown provides a glimpse into the life of the young artist and her pets in a cute and accessible way. She uses a lot of white space between her pieces, allowing the reader a very easy reading experience. Perhaps Emmy's real gift, though, is the ability to discuss her own life and vulnerabilities in ways which, though specific to her, feel very relatable to anyone of her generation. Alice Oseman herself has some other works which you might be interested in, if you've enjoyed any of the Heartstopper media. She's written 4 novels: Radio Silence, I Was Born for This, Loveless, and Solitaire. All of her work exists broadly in the same world, and there is crossover there with the Heartstopper series to varying degrees. So that is about everything this week, readers and listeners. If you've enjoyed this video, please do consider liking it and subscribing to the Surrey Library's channel and our social media feeds. For now though, stay safe, borrow books, Check out your local library and I'll see you next time for more of Tom's Rapid Reviews.